3 things you learned today, okay? Honestly, all go back to one central concept, okay? Can somebody tell me, what do we know about central angles? What's a central angle? Where does it start?
Center.
Okay, it starts in the center. What do we know about the central angle? That the central angle is equal to the what? So, inscribed angle, what do we know?
Less.
What? It's equal to 1/2 the arc, right? Everybody agree with that? So far, are we all in agreement? Now, I'm going to give you 3 today. In, out, on. Okay? Everybody got it? In, out, on. Okay? In the house, out of the house, on the house. Okay? Can I ask you a question? When you join a family, you become part of the inside the house, yes? Yep. And so think about it for a second. If you, just notice what I said. If you're into the house, you are added to the family. Everybody agree with me?
Yep.
Okay, so listen. So in the word add, if you get kicked out of the house, you are
Out.
subtracted.
Juvenile.
Yeah. And if you're on, then what?
Free.
On top of the house.
Then you are the family. So you're not adding or subtracting, you are. Does that make sense? So there isn't a word for this one. Now that you know the words, watch carefully. Okay, so write those words down, write these circles above it. Everybody good?
Yep.
All right, awesome. Question. Where does this intersect?
On.
So can somebody please help me? What would be my equation for solving for this?
Something. No, hold on.
Angle is what?
Half.
Angle equals what? 1/2 arc. Good. Why? What's an inscribed angle again? It's on. So it's an inscribed angle. All right, good. We can do this. See, you guys are smarter than you think. Next, number 2. And we'll do some problems, okay? But this is literally the entire lesson. So if you get these 3 things, you will get this, and it's gonna snap like this. Out. Remember, what's the word? Subtract. Look, please, with me. I'm looking for the angle. See the angle? This is the angle I'm looking for. Notice that with this angle, I have how many arcs? 2. One bigger and one. So what's my equation? 1/2 what? Arc. What is the word?
Minus.
Subtracting, right? Arc minus arc. So if I want to solve for the angle, I will use this equation. 1/2 arc minus arc. Why? Because it's outside. So you subtract. When you're kicked out of the family, you are subtracted from the family. Sorry, Katie. Right? The Hales are now 1 less. No, just joking. Katie's like, yes! No. She's living under the bridge. The bridge is pretty nice by her house now. Right? But you would subtract from the family. So you subtract the arcs that are formed. Does that make sense? Yes? Everybody good? In. Can somebody help me with my equation? Now watch. In. Now notice.
1/2 arc plus.
So my angle is what? Elisa, you have to raise your hand, right?
It'd
We-
be 1/2 arc plus arc.
There you go. Because it's what?
Adding.
Adding. Good. Okay, now remember, now listen, if that's going to be the center, most likely in this case. Does that make sense? Okay, is that fair? Any questions on this? This is the entire lesson. In the circle, you add them. Outside the circle, you subtract them. On the circle, you just 1/2 them. Because remember, it's already been taught to you. It's not changing. That's the lesson. And we're done.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay, now let's,
No.
so that's the information. Now let's practice the information. Okay, has everybody got it?
That
Is that good?
Yeah.
All right, so let's practice. Go to your book. Go to your example. Let's do example 1. No, yeah, do example. Go to example. Let's go to example 2. Go to example 2. I'll write up on the board. We'll do it together. All right. So can I erase this? Are we good?
Yes.
Everybody good?
377.
I shan't need it. So good.
All right. Okay, so we have this like this.
Just get my class.
Okay, so if I were going to solve for angle 1, how would I solve for angle 1? Now watch. I can solve for these 2 angles. How can I solve for those 2 angles? Because they're what kind of angles? They're vertical, right? I could solve these, subtract it from 180 and get my answer, yes? It's one way to do it. Another way to do it is find this arc, right? Add these arcs and divide by 2. Does everybody follow me?
Yep.
So let's do it this way. Let's find this angle. So how do we find this angle x? So remember, what's my equation? X angle, the angle, right, equals what? 1/2 arc. Where's this point? Is the point in or out or on? In. So it's arc plus arc. So what's my arc?
360 minus.
No. What's my arc?
120.
120. And 45.
And what's my other arc?
45.
Which is?
165.
So x equals 1/2 of 165, which is?
72 and a half. My master's correct. Which is not.
82.5. Everybody good?
Yeah.
Yes? So can somebody please tell me what this angle is going to be? The y angle?
It's gonna be
Well, if this is 180 degrees, what is it? 180 minus what?
82.5.
And you're done. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Everybody follow me? You could do this a different way, and Grayson was starting to do it that way. He was going to subtract 360, right?
Yeah.
So it would be 120 plus 180 is 205. 205 plus 45 is 250. So 360 minus 250 is? Somebody?
110.
Good. So we have 110, right? So now you would take 85 plus 110 is, so you use the same equation. Solve for y. 1/2, 110 plus 85 is?
195.
1/2 of 195. Can anybody tell me what 1/2 of 195 is?
Well, what? Really?
Oh wait. Oh,
Are you sure?
97. I made a mistake in subtraction. You guys let me do it too. 97.5.
Well, you're so confident with it. We're just
Yeah, I was pretty confident on it. All right, does that make sense to everybody? Sorry about that. Even a math major makes mistakes on math every once in a while. Okay? Okay? So, let's do another one. Okay, here we go. I want to solve for x.
Oh, easy.
So what do we do?
Take
Where is my point intersecting? In, out, or on?
Outside.
So what are my arcs going to do?
You gotta subtract that.
Subtract.
Subtract. So it's going to be 1/2 what?
90 minus 50.
90 minus 50, which is?
40.
Dude, yeah.
And then half that and you get 20.
And we're done.
Bank.
So by following this,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
uh-huh, good.
Squiggly wiggly.
Okay. Next, to another one.
Uh-huh. Alright. Ooh.
What's my equation?
Got it.
I have my angle. I'm now looking for this arc. Where is the point?
Outside.
Outside. So what equation am I going to use?
The arc minus
Our angle, remember it's angle equals 1/2 arc minus arc. So what do I have? I have the angle, which is
15.
equals 1/2
One.
100 minus x. Right?
Ooh.
So now I just solve. What do I do? Multiply both sides by 2, right?
Yeah.
And you're left with 30 equals 100 minus x. Move the 100, which is
That'd be 70.
x equals 70. Yep. So what's my arc?
70. Yeah. 70 minus 70.
Is everybody following this? You can do these. Whether you have the arc or whether you have the angle, you can solve them. You just have to use this equation. Or use the equation if it's on or in. Does everybody understand that?
Would it also be possible to solve it by just doubling the 15 and then taking that away from 100 and you'd still get 70? Okay. That's on.
Okay, so this is the kind of problem they're going to throw at you. These are the kind of problems they're going to throw at you.
Okay.
Where is it intersecting?
It's
On.
Everybody agree with it? It's on.
Yes.
So what's the equation you're going to use?
1/2 arc.
X equals 1/2 arc, right?
Yeah.
Do you have this arc? Question up here.
No.
How could you solve for that arc?
Find it.
Elisa?
Add the other two and then minus
80 plus 90, which is 170, right? So what's left over? 190. Good. So I plug it in. 1/2 of 190 is?
I'm not saying it because I know. 85? 95? 120?
85.
You said it.
No, 95.
90,
95. Woo! Gotta get my calculator out today. I've only had 2 sips of coffee, so you know. Any questions? Is everybody following this?
Yeah.
Okay, so what we're gonna do, listen carefully. When you come in on Monday, this is it. You can pause it. Go ahead and pause it.